They doubted Ekitike. Now he runs the show. Not long ago, many questioned whether Hugo Ekitike was worth the £69 million gamble. Was he ready for the intensity of the Premier League? Could he really lead the line for Liverpool? Right now, those doubts feel distant. Against West Ham United at Anfield, he didn't simply score. He controlled the game, dropping deep, dragging defenders out of position, creating space, pressing with intent, linking everything together inside Arne Slot's 4-2-3-1. He's no longer just Liverpool's striker, he's the catalyst of the entire system. So how did he become the most important piece in this attack? Liverpool's 5-2 win over West Ham in match week 28 of the Premier League wasn't just another 3 points in a title race. It felt bigger. It felt like confirmation that the club's recruitment strategy is starting to translate onto the pitch in a very real way. And at the center of it all was Ekitike. At a moment when criticism had begun to surface, he delivered a performance that shifted the narrative. This wasn't about one good night. It was about Liverpool finally finding the striker who fits a carefully constructed 4-2-3-1 under Slot. Ekitike didn't just finish chances, he embodied what a modern number 9 looks like at the highest level. What stood out most was how naturally he executed the role of a hybrid striker. He isn't a classic target man planted between center-backs waiting for crosses, and he's not a roaming second forward drifting without structure. He exists somewhere in between, blending presence with mobility. In Slot's system, he doesn't stay glued to the penalty area. He understands that in a league filled with compact low blocks, a striker must offer more than finishing. He has to manufacture space, disrupt defensive structures, pull opponents out of their comfort zones. And that's exactly what he did. His off-the-ball movement caused the real damage. Time and again, he dropped into the space between midfield and defense. That movement served 2 purposes. First, it gave Liverpool a clean central outlet during build-up, but more importantly, it forced West Ham's centre-backs into an impossible decision: step out and track him, leaving space behind for the wingers to exploit, or hold the line and allow him the freedom to turn just outside the box. Either choice came with consequences. That constant hesitation fractured West Ham's shape. Gaps began to appear, and from those gaps, Liverpool built attack after attack. This wasn't chaos. It was controlled manipulation of space. On a night filled with goals, what truly stood out wasn't just Ekitike's finishing. It was his understanding of timing, positioning, and responsibility. He wasn't simply playing up front. He was functioning as the structural reference point of the entire attack. To understand why Ekitike has become so important, you have to look deeper into the fundamentals of his game. First, his tactical intelligence. He plays with awareness. There's no wasted movement. Every run stretches a defensive line, pulls a marker away, or opens a passing lane for a teammate. He doesn't sprint for optics. He moves with purpose. He has that rare striker's instinct, the ability to sense space before it fully develops. His opening goal against West Ham illustrated that perfectly. From a chaotic corner with bodies colliding and the box crowded, he remained composed. While others reacted, he anticipated. He attacked the second ball decisively and finished with clarity. That goal didn't just change the scoreline, it released tension. It shifted momentum. The second key strength is his technical quality under pressure. For a tall striker, he's remarkably smooth on the ball. Receiving with his back to goal in the Premier League is relentless. Defenders close instantly, contact is constant, time evaporates. Yet he controls, pivots, and protects possession with confidence. He can turn in tight pockets. He can ride challenges. And when that half-second window opens, he makes the correct decision. His assist for Cody Gakpo proved it. It wasn't a simple layoff. It was a precisely weighted through ball that cut directly through the defensive line. That moment confirmed something essential. He isn't just a finisher. He's capable of high-level creation. Midfielders like Mac Allister benefit enormously from that reliability. They know when they release the ball into him, it won't bounce back aimlessly. It will stick. It will connect. The Premier League demands more than talent. It demands durability. Ekitike has adapted physically. He looks stronger, more explosive, more prepared for contact. He competes in duels rather than avoiding them. He shields effectively and holds off center-backs when Liverpool need to relieve pressure. But his value extends beyond possession. Under Slot, pressing from the front is non-negotiable. The striker initiates the defensive trigger, and Ekitike embraces that responsibility. When the ball is lost, he reacts immediately. He closes angles. He forces rushed clearances. He sets the tone. That discipline is one of the main reasons Slot trusts him as the focal point. He doesn't simply score goals. He connects phases of play. He provides structure. He stabilizes transitions. Perhaps the most underrated part of his impact is how much better he makes others. When he's on the pitch, Liverpool's attacking players operate with more freedom. There's more fluidity, more confidence in combination play. His link-up work is subtle but highly effective. He understands how to use his body to shield possession and when to release it at precisely the right moment. Those small touches, the cushioned layoffs for midfield runners, are intentional, not accidental. Even during periods when Florian Wirtz has been unavailable, Ekitike's influence has remained. But when they share the pitch, the dynamic changes entirely. Wirtz brings vision. Ekitike brings movement and finishing variety. Earlier this season, their partnership produced 6 combined goals, equaling a connection once established by Michael Owen and Steven Gerrard during the 2002-03 campaign. That isn't just a statistic, it's historical territory. With 16 goals and 6 assists in 37 appearances, Ekitike isn't just leading the charts, he's leading the line. He has outperformed seasoned Premier League stars like Mohamed Salah, Cody Gakpo, and Isak. While others relied on their years of experience, this 23-year-old simply relied on his lethal clinical edge to conquer the toughest league in the world. While others have battled injuries or inconsistency, Ekitike has progressed steadily, quietly, methodically. His £69 million fee now looks less like a gamble and more like foresight. He doesn't carry himself like a superstar chasing headlines. He plays with hunger, with adaptability, with a willingness to learn. Confidence is everything for a striker, and right now, when Ekitike touches the ball, there's a sense that something meaningful could happen. That spark isn't accidental. At just 23, he's already experienced multiple leagues and environments. That exposure has hardened him. Criticism doesn't unsettle him, it sharpens him. Under the Anfield lights, he no longer looks like a player trying to prove he belongs. He looks like someone claiming space as his own. For years, Liverpool's attacking burden rested heavily on Mohamed Salah, and Salah continues to deliver at an elite level. But now there is another axis to this attack. Ekitike offers unpredictability through the center. He links play, presses aggressively, and still arrives in decisive moments. He adds a dimension Liverpool previously lacked, a striker who can both orchestrate and conclude. If this trajectory continues, the idea of him becoming a defining figure at Anfield no longer feels ambitious. It feels plausible. He's writing a new chapter, one built on movement, intelligence, sacrifice, and composure under pressure. And if this evolution sustains, he won't just be an important player. He'll be one of the primary reasons Liverpool re-establish themselves as one of Europe's most feared sides, not only in the Premier League, but across the continent.